Well, that was certainly something, wasn't it? I'm Joe right there with my review of the AEW Women's Tournament, the Japanese Finals, the US Semifinals, and the 6-woman tag. I do have one question, though. I know they wanted to make this whole thing on Bleacher Report special and just, get more fans to, tune in and watch the women's division and see what they could do, and that's all well and good. Unfortunately, they had some issues with the Bleacher Report app, even though I didn't have any issues. Apparently, other people did, and AEW was nice enough to put it on their YouTube channel right away, so that was really goddamn nice and a good thing for the fans. But here's my question. Why didn't they just have a random 6-woman US tag, as far as participants that had already been eliminated, and save the Japanese finals for tomorrow, so the Japanese and US finals, and, this big doubleheader, who's going to face off on Dynamite to face Hikaru Shida at AEW Revolution. That's what I would have done. The way they've kind of done some of this tournament has just been a little bit staggered and a little bit weird. That being said, though, match quality certainly isn't that bad. So let's jump right on into it. Maki's energy is fucking infectious. Maki Ito is goddamn awesome. I love her. I think she's great. I want to see more of what she can do. And I'm going to have to check out more of her stuff. She teamed with Benny and Emi Sakura versus Mei Suruga, Rin Kadokura, and Hikaru Shida. I absolutely love Hikaru Shida. She's great, a great ambassador for Japanese women's wrestling and improving her English and being great in AEW. She really can be a crossover star. I think she's great. And I like the energy here. I like the exchange between Maki Ito and Shida. I wouldn't mind seeing that maybe at some point if they could get Maki Ito over here for, a bit of time once maybe travel restrictions are lifted and things get a little more under control. I'd like to see Maki Ito on Dynamite. There were nice strikes and submissions. At one point, Maki just decides to sing while Emi Sakura is stretching one of the opponents. That was really goddamn cool. This really did get wild. It did go a bit. I don't want to say it went a few minutes too long, but it just seemed like maybe at one point they were like, okay, we're just going to keep doing stuff and then eventually we'll go to the end. But you know what? They were having fun and they kept the pace up. I can't say that it was dull. It certainly wasn't dull. Double submission by Emi on Shida and Mei Sakura. That was really nice. Very good skill by Emi Sakura. And Benny did a moonsault outside at one point and then did one for 2. And then a Liger Bomb by Benny for 2. And we got a lot more move spamming. And then eventually Falcon Arrow for 2. Holy shit. And then Shida hit her finish. The big knee. 1, 2, 3. And that was really nice. Then we got a bit of a brief brawl afterwards. But this was nice. It was a good way to incorporate, people and use Hikaru Shida's, AEW status to say, hey, all these Japanese women, it's like, you need to pay attention, AEW fans. And to be fair, I can't say I'm that familiar. I've seen Emi Sakura a few times. I've heard Maki Ito by reputation, but I hadn't, really been that familiar with the other 3 women. And I want to see more of what they can do, so hopefully I can dive into a little bit more of their matches in the coming weeks and months. But this was good. It was a well-paced 6-woman tag. And then we have Yuka Sakazaki, the Genie Girl. It's hard not to love her theme and have it worm its way into your goddamn head. She took on Ryo Mizunami. Yuka had to hit and run, and Mizunami used a lot of good power. There was some nice mat work by Yuka, and Mizunami was selling her leg. We got a nice choke out by Mizunami, but then that was turned into a triangle by Yuka. Very nice transitions on the submissions here. We get strikes aplenty, Magical Girl Splash for 2. Big lariat by Mizunami. I mean, that was clear. That was a clear cut of a forest right there. I mean, just clobbering her right there. That was really good stuff. And then she got another short arm clothesline for 2. And then hit a weird driver 1, 2, 3. Shockingly, Mizunami getting the victory. I actually thought Yuka Sakazaki would get the victory. But you know what? I'm not going to complain. I think Mizunami going to the finals, it's unexpected, but I'm not going to complain. I think she can deliver a good match against the winner of the women's, of the U.S. women's side. This commentary runs down the Revolution card with bootleg Mega Man X graphics, as I, noticed. It actually it reminded me of one of the lesser Mega Man X games. So anything after X2, Electric Boogaloo. Anyway, Thunder Rosa took on Riho, U.S. finals, or U.S. semifinals, that is. I want to say right now, Riho can do good stuff in the ring. She really can. I just don't. If she hadn't been the first AEW Women's Champion, maybe I wouldn't be so sour on her character. Not her as a person. Apparently she's really nice and she can do the stuff. But Thunder Rosa was having to do everything she could to make Riho seem like a believable contender. I love Thunder Rosa. I met her in an indie show about 2.5 years ago. She's fucking awesome. She's done so many good damn things in wrestling. She delivered 2 of my favorite matches. Well, actually a few of my favorite matches in the NWA, defending the NWA Women's Championship, even with all the shit going on in the pandemic. 2 of the matches that she had on Primetime Live, and then beating, Allison Kay at NWA Hard Times, the last NWA pay-per-view, unfortunately, at least it seems like for a while. Thunder Rosa's awesome, and they did some nice work here. Some nice mat work. The pace was good. Hell of a stretch by Thunder Rosa, just stretching her on the back. Very nice stuff. The full Nelson stretch was also really nice. Riho does come back with a stomp and a crossbody, hitting some really nice moves here. We get plenty of move spamming, but then eventually a Cradle 1, 2, 3, Thunder Rosa getting the victory. I thought Riho was going to win. And I'm not going to complain because I love Thunder Rosa. And God, I hope she beats Nyla Rose tomorrow. But I'll be happy with Nyla Rose winning as well, because you can revisit that stuff that she has done, where she beat Nyla Rose last May. Or you can turn back the clock on her match with Thunder Rosa. So I think it's a win-win. I do have this question, though. Are they going to have any other matches besides Nyla Rose and Thunder Rosa? Like just something to like pad out the show and make it where it's not just one match? Because I'm pretty certain it's going to be a pretty good match. Thunder Rosa's really good. Nyla Rose has improved. I just wonder what they're going to do. But anyway, overall, not that bad of a show. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Retlin. I'll see you soon.